Good morning, boys. It is about 7 o'clock or just after in the morning. We've done our morning routine, walked outside, 50 push-ups, walked, set our intentions for the day so that before we consume anything, you get to set yourself a goal before you let the influence of other people and your phone influence what you want to do. So we're just trying to free think again and set goals for yourself, because that's what it's about. That's why I do it. And then we had our cold shower, read our book, did a little bit of journaling, and headed off to the gym where we did our half an hour cardio. We'll do weights later, we'll hit our legs, and we've just had a shot on our shoulder because that potentially needs surgery. But this morning when I woke up, I actually woke up 5 minutes before my alarm, and at 5:25, and that voice in my head, that little bitch voice in my head, was coming at me saying, you can just lie in bed for 5 more minutes. You can just lie in bed for 5 more minutes and wait for the alarm. And I didn't want to get up. And I had a choice, and you have a choice all the time. You either get up or you don't. You either do the hard thing or you don't. But it got me thinking. It had me thinking, there's 60 of you now. There are 60 of you. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but 60 subscribers. Do you know how much that means to me? Do you know how much gratitude I have for that? Who the fuck am I to not get up? To let that inner bitch voice in my head win and not get out here and create a video for you to help inspire you and positive change? Who the fuck am I to let that inner bitch voice win? Who am I? Who am I to let that inner bitch voice win? When I have 60 of you here now that are here because you relate to me, you relate to my pains, you relate to my struggles, and I relate to you too, brother. I feel what you felt, and I understand. But who am I to sit there and even think that inner bitch voice could win? Because it won't. I'm not going to let that happen. Not when I've got you guys. In fact, I don't even know who you are, but I know the pains. I know you relate, because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. But I'm not going to let that inner bitch voice win, because coming on here and producing and giving back and showing that the depth of my struggles can help you and my story can help you, that's what makes me fulfilled. That's what gives me fulfillment. Helping others and helping you guys, that's what makes me fulfilled. So who the fuck am I to let that inner bitch voice win and not come on here and help you? Because I've come to realize that it doesn't seem like it at the time. It doesn't seem like it. But every single struggle you are going through is for a reason, and it might not seem like it right now. If you're depressed, if you're drinking all the time, if you're doing drugs, or if you're not consistent with your training, or if your nutrition's bad and you feel like shit, you feel unfulfilled, you have no desire, you have no purpose, all of these things, these are your story. They are your story. All the drinking, all the drugs, they were my story. The drink driving, the knee surgery, it all going to fucking pieces where it fucking hurt, where it where I didn't want to get out of bed, where I was depressed and I was lonely. I was there. I was just filling myself with shitty foods, shitty gratification, shitty dopamine. I've been there. I've been there, right there with you, bro. And I know how hard it is. I absolutely know how hard it is. It sucks. It sucks. But if you can just frame your mind that one day that'll be your story. That will be your story, because I can only tell you that because it's possible to get out. It's possible to use it to inspire others, to help others. And that's what makes me the most fulfilled. Helping others, helping you by sharing my story. And sometimes I don't get it right. Sometimes videos don't do well. But that's fine. But who am I? Who would I be to have let that inner bitch voice in my head win this morning? When I have you guys to serve, and when I have you guys to help, when that is my purpose. Because truly, what you are going through right now, it does get better. It gets better. You just have to believe. You have to set yourself a goal, and don't make it too far-fetched. Do not make it too far-fetched if you're so depressed. Start getting small wins. Get yourself out of bed on time. That's simple. You don't have to wake up really fucking early. But you have to get up at the same time each and every day and feel a little bit of gratitude. And those are the wins that matter. Those are the wins that matter. The small habits. Just redisciplining the mind, building trust back with yourself. That's what matters. Because this is cool. But you have to build the foundations. You have to. But it's possible. Through controlling your input. And the only way you outwork that little inner bitch voice in your head is simply by controlling your inputs towards one goal or towards a goal. Because if you focus on the goal and you don't get it, if you wanted to lose 10 kgs of fat, if you wanted to lose 10 kgs of fat and you got up the next day and you hadn't lost it yet, and you just gave up after that because you hadn't got your goal, that would be pretty fucking retarded, right? So measure your success based on the fact that you did what you said you'd do that day to work towards that goal and build trust back with yourself. That's what it's about. And be grateful while doing it. Because I guarantee you, the depth of your struggle that you're going through right now will form and shape how high of a man you can become. I promise you that. I promise you. Because coming back from that and building into something that you're proud of, guess what that does? It builds self-belief. It builds the belief back. After you've stacked small wins, you've started to reframe, fix your mindset, and realize that you can actually work towards a goal and that you can do it, because you can. You 100% can. You can outwork that inner bitch voice in your head simply by working towards a goal for yourself, not for anyone else. So you free think for yourself, and you measure your success of that simply by controlling each and every day's inputs towards the goal. You don't measure it off if you have or haven't got the goal, because if you measure off that, you will fail because you won't get it fast enough. But if you just measure your success off the fact that you're working towards that goal each and every single day, then you will win, and you will continue to outwork that inner bitch voice, build that trust back, keep building, keep building, keep building, and you will outwork it because eventually you'll get it. It's impossible not to. If you think about it logically, it's impossible not to. If you did what you knew you were supposed to do every day towards a goal, eventually you'd get it. It might not come when you thought it would, but if you just keep going and you just keep controlling the inputs, you can outwork the inner bitch voice in your head. And like I said, who would have I been to not get up this morning? But you just have to win those small battles. That is all. That is all. The small battles. And if you are struggling to get out of bed in the morning, it's probably not because you didn't not get out of bed this morning. You probably fucked up the night before, and that's the input you got to control, right? So how easy is it to go to sleep? I mean, to get up at 5:30 or get up at the time you want, if you go to sleep at 10 o'clock, if you get off your phone, and then that's another win. That's another tick because you got to sleep early, you got off your phone, and this is just an example. But this is an example of how it actually works, because you don't miss your alarm in the morning. You miss it the night before by missing that input, because you getting up is the outcome. So like I said, who the fuck would have I been to have not got up this morning? And you need to celebrate your small wins, because 60 people, that's fucking sick. To have 60 people on here, I'm so grateful for that. I will forever be grateful for that, because it means we relate. It means you've heard my message, and it means that you have emotion, and you're probably going through a struggle, or you've been through a struggle before. But I want you to know that that struggle will 100% define you that struggle can either define you, or it can be your goddamn story. It can be your foundation to build off. Because if you build from lower and you beat the higher guy, imagine how sick of a story that is. That is fucking awesome. The depth of what you're going through right now will determine where you will go if you decide that. Because it is a choice. It is a choice. It is 100% a choice. You can take control back of your mind by controlling the inputs, by outworking that little inner bitch voice in your head that's telling you you can't. If you just keep going by controlling the small little inputs and the small little habits, you can use your story to inspire, and you can use it to help other people. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was right there with you. Exactly how you're feeling right now. I know how you're feeling. I've been there. I've been depressed. I've been lonely. I've had nowhere to go. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know who to look to. But the only thing I did do was control the input when enough was enough. I set a goal. I worked my ass off by controlling the inputs and got there. And now I have new goals, and that's to help you guys. And that's what makes me fulfilled, because I've done it for me now. But there's no point. Like, I'm going to keep working on myself. Don't get me wrong. 100%. But the most fulfilled I feel is when I get a message, or I get a new subscriber, or I get a comment of someone that's shared their struggle and they've been through or are going through what they're going through. And all I want to do is help them. And I'm so grateful for my story because of that. I'm so grateful for the knee surgery. I'm so grateful to have failed university. I'm so grateful to have been done drink driving, to have done the drugs, to have done the drinking, so I can help others get out of it. Because that's what makes me fulfilled, to help you guys. So if you need help, I know how hard it is to reach out. I did it on my own. But if you want your self-belief back, and if you want help, and if you want to build a physique, but also a mindset that'll just give, this happens just by building this. I guarantee it. This is literally built off the foundation of this, of discipline, of habits, and of your mindset, and literally what you eat, because what you eat forms the way you look. This is just an external representation of how I'm feeling inside, internally, and I want to help you feel that way. I want to help you. Because I've been there. So please, if you are struggling, if not me, find someone. Get some help. There's so many good people out there. And I know it doesn't seem like it. I know the world seems like a bad place, but it's really not. There's a lot of people willing to help. So go find someone that you trust. Go find someone that you can relate to and that you can get help from, because I don't care if it's not me. I want you to get help, because I know how much it sucks. But you can outwork that inner bitch voice simply by controlling your inputs each and every day towards one goal. And you will win eventually if you do not give up. Love you, brother. If you listened all the way through, thank you. You do mean the world to me. Anyone watching this, I am extremely grateful. 60 doesn't sound like a lot, but 60's a fucking lot to me. So thank you.